Marie Holmes, the mother who struggled to raise 4 children while working multiple low-paying jobs, was at the lowest point in her life when her son was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. But then her life changed forever when she won a staggering $188 million Powerball jackpot. Let's see how it all happened. Marie Holmes' early life. Marie Holmes was born and raised in a small coastal town called Charlotte, North Carolina. She grew up in a low-income home facing economic challenges her entire life. She never bothered to care about certain things that others did, like education and luxury. She was more content with having a roof over her head and food on the table. As she got older, her expectations became smaller as she got stuck raising 4 children, including a son at the age of 26. She worked multiple jobs to support the family and often ran into financial difficulty, causing her to have to borrow from friends. She was dedicated to her children and had lost a few jobs because she had to attend to a sick child and couldn't meet up with the working hours. She worked in various industries and establishments like McDonald's and Walmart, but her life took a turn for the worse when her son would be diagnosed with cerebral palsy. She was so distraught that she couldn't even work, lost her job in the process, and couldn't put food on the table. She was at the lowest point in her life and would often cry when no one was looking, but little did she know, something was about to happen that she never knew would be possible in a million years. Every gambler has that one story, the time they beat the odds and hit it big. Now it's your turn to create your story and become a main character in our future videos. Welcome to Crypto Rush, where luck meets opportunity in the world of crypto gambling. Deposit crypto, play your favorite games, and cash out in seconds. Crypto Rush brings the joy and excitement of a casino to your fingertips. Click the first link in the description and start your winning streak today. Use code CR50 to get $50 free to play on slots, casino games, or the sportsbook. Crypto Rush, where legends are made. A life-changing event. Marie wasn't much of a gambler and didn't exactly believe in luck. Her friends would introduce her to buying lottery tickets, and even though she didn't have a whole lot of money to spend, she would often pick up a few just to feel like she was making an attempt at a better life. She never thought that she would win. At that point, purchasing a ticket was more for mental satisfaction than any hopes of winning. One day, she was coming home from work and decided to buy Powerball tickets at a local store. When she got home, she kept the ticket safe and forgot all about it, and then on February 11th of 2015, she was watching television as the winner of the Powerball mega jackpot would be announced. She became frantic, screaming for joy as her numbers were announced on TV. She had become the winner of the $564 million jackpot, one of the largest in history at the time. The mother of 4 broke down into tears. It would appear that no one deserved it more at that critical point in her life, and with all the responsibilities and no support from anywhere, it would be her only hope at a better life, and her dreams had finally come true. As always, with every lottery winner, they had the opportunity to either choose a lump sum or an annuity that guaranteed them a specific amount every month for the next 30 years, kind of like a salary until the full amount had been paid off. Like with every other winner, Marie chose the lump sum as it gave her more control over the money, and out of a total of $564 million, she received a lump sum of $188 million after taxes. You may be wondering why the winnings were so low, but that's because she wasn't the only one with the winning numbers. There were 2 other winners, and she got a third of the money. In an interview, she was asked how she came up with the numbers that she used for the jackpot and why she had chosen them, and she paused, reflecting that the winning numbers she chose were based on her family's birthdays. Just when you thought there was no luck in the world. More money, more problems. Marie could now afford to give her family a good life and even help out her friends, but what she never expected was the barrage of calls and requests that would come after she claimed her prize. She would have preferred to stay anonymous, but the law in North Carolina stated that all winners had to be made public. This would make her life more complicated than she bargained for. She began by setting aside trust funds for her children, aiming to secure their future, and bought a home worth $350,000 in a gated community. It was mostly inhabited by well-to-do people, and she also donated about $700,000 to her local church where she grew up. She splurged on multiple houses, buying a plantation in Brunswick County, and also gave friends and family a couple of thousands here and there, but it was just never enough. People would stalk her on social media media, send her long messages and also request money, and some would even pretend to be friends or interested in something else just to end up asking for more. She decided to get away from social media and live life as a recluse where nobody could find or harass her for her winning. But unbeknownst to her, life was only about to get worse. The church lawsuit. Marie, out of her benevolence, had given $700,000 to her local church, a sum that nobody could forget. It turned out that word got out and other churches were hungry for some of the lottery cake. That's when Kevin Matthews comes into the picture. This pastor was not a member of Marie's church, but he needed money to renovate his own, so he had to get a little creative. Matthews found a way to reach Marie and told her that he had been sent by God to give her a message. Marie and her boyfriend, being religious people, welcomed him in and were willing to hear what he had to say. Somewhere in the middle of the nuanced message, he requested a wild sum of $500,000 to help him with church construction. Matthews would later claim that Marie accepted, though there was no official document or proof to support it. The pastor was so excited at the bag of cash that he would soon come to get that he decided to use all the money and source the funds to build the construction. When he was almost done, he then requested the promised money, but Marie refused, saying that she never made any such statements. Matthews sued Marie for an outrageous $10 million. It was way off since the project itself took up $1.5 million to complete. The news of the court case went all over the media, and the public was outraged, expressing their anger at the pastor who claimed to be a man of God, but was displaying the most disgraceful behaviors out of greed. He then got major backlash from the public and didn't get a dime. The case would put strain on Marie's mental health, but she learned a whole lot from it. Relationship turmoil and court case. Marie had a boyfriend named Lamar who was popularly known as Hot Sauce by gang affiliates. A rumor began to circulate that he was cheating on Marie, and she was even paying off his mistresses to persuade them to leave him alone. Then a certain video on Facebook would go viral where a woman was raving about being Lamar's side piece and how he was using Marie's money to pay other women for sex. The video, along with reactions from thousands on the internet, began to take a toll on Marie. She then sought the help of a counselor, inspirational speaker, and author in order to help her navigate her life's challenges. And she would then go on to appear on the counselor's reality show along with her mother. Attending a few counseling sessions and appearing on a reality show didn't fix everything. The turmoil was far from over. To make matters worse, she made some huge financial mistakes that she wished she could take back and became the subject of serious public scrutiny. Lamar had been stuck in jail before Marie won the lottery. He couldn't afford bail, so Marie shut out a few millions to get him out. When he came out of prison, he then moved into Marie's house, and she reportedly went all out on spoiling him silly. She bought him a $15,000 diamond-studded Rolex, a $250,000 Chevy Stingray, $600,000 on an automotive shop, and 77 acres in Ashe County for dirt bike racing at the cost of $80,000. She bought him 2 dump trucks, clothing, jewelry, and more, but the problem was he was still getting into trouble with the law and would look to Marie to bail him out. He'd been arrested for trafficking only a few months prior to Marie winning the lottery. She made the bail, but no sooner than she did, he got himself back into more trouble and was looking at significant prison time. Being the father of 2 of Marie's children, she then tried to keep him out by paying extremely high amounts, $1 million on the first arrest, and then on the second she paid $6 million. At that point, you would think she learned her lesson and would make better decisions, but she felt like she was in love and was unable to see the bigger picture. On his third arrest, she paid a ridiculous $12 million, with an additional $600,000 on bail bonds to make the posts. Then in January of 2016, things got really bad for the couple. Lamar committed a crime that would earn him 7 years in prison and had made Marie his fiancée and his power of attorney. This would give her the right to make certain decisions, and according to the report, he asked her to keep his personal property and valuables safe until his release, those same valuables that she had purchased for him. But in 2017, the relationship would end and all communications would stop. Lamar later learned that she had given away and sold his properties, real estate, clothing, and basically everything that she had bought him in the first place. She even closed down the auto business all without his knowledge or approval. He did what every bitter boyfriend would do and then took her to court to sue her, demanding compensation for his assets as well as punitive damages. The problem for Lamar was that the law saw things differently, and a motion was filed to dismiss the case as there were numerous deficiencies in his complaint. One of the issues was that Marie was never actually served the lawsuit, but instead it had been served to a third party who lived with Lamar, and they did not have the authority to accept the service of process on her behalf. The final nail in the coffin was that Lamar never legally owned the property, which was worth $1.4 million. He'd been disoriented ever since and not responded to the motion to dismiss the case. Where is Marie Holmes? After the drama with her ex-fiancé, Marie decided that she had seen enough publicity to last her a lifetime and retired from the public eye, going to live with her children in Washington. It was also rumored that she had gotten into another relationship, and as much as we would like to say happily ever after, only time will tell if it ever actually happens. What do you think about the life of Marie Holmes and her lottery winnings? Be sure to let me know all about it in the comments down below. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you never miss another great video like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.